which therapist you need.
Therapy Thursday.
Now on Wild 94.1.
I understand therapy.
Hi, everybody.
Therapy Thursday is where we jump in and try and answer any of the questions, whatever. It could be whimsical. It could be something serious on your heart. It could be something where you wanted to ask a woman. We have one.
Hey.
We have.
I was made.
If you want to ask a guy, we happen to have one.
I'm ready for you.
We have two, but you can make a choice. So if you've ever wanted to ask a question and get an answer, Therapy Thursday's here for you. 888-429-0941. What we got?
We have one that just came in. It's pretty long, so you guys can stop me once you get the gist of it. It says
Stop.
Got it.
It says, so I've been with my high school sweetheart for over a decade. We have kids together, and believe me when I tell you, it's been one hell of a ride. We haven't been able to see eye to eye for the last few months, so we decided to take a break. During the break, I met someone, and he's been showing me all the things that I've been wanting from my current situation. It's been great. It's been a great feeling, but I don't know if I should feel guilty for even entertaining it. Mind you, about a month into me talking to this other guy, my kid's father has made a complete turnaround. I'm talking dates, sweet messages out of the blue, just making me feel good about myself and our future together. So my question is, do I accept this turnaround from my kid's father and drop the new guy? Or do I continue to figure things out with both parties and may the best man win?
No. We get it. We get it.
One more sentence.
Oh, my God.
It says, mind you, the other guy knows about my kid's father, but my kid's father doesn't know about the other guy.
Ooh, I love it.
Listen, don't love that.
Battle for the love.
Don't love that. Don't endorse that battle. That's toxic. And you're building something nasty. Because at some point, you're going to have a relationship or feelings for both, and then it's going to get nastier. So,
But they both decided to take a break.
But yeah.
You have to know that maybe somebody can swoop in at that time.
Ain't nobody supposed to be taking any break. You said 12 years. 12 years. You are in a different space with that person. Mm-hmm. This new person, you don't have 12 years with them. You don't have longevity. You don't have highs and lows and all of that stuff. So it's going to look sexier because you don't have those blemishes that you have in a longer relationship.
But is what baby daddy is doing now, is that a temporary thing?
Of course it is. People don't change overnight.
He's going to go back to his regular pattern of behavior and not doing...
More than likely, he probably will go back.
But
he's trying.
Right. Okay, but...
And you're appreciating the try.
You are. But if you know in your heart of hearts that this is a temporary thing... and this other dude is showing you the other things that life could be about, wouldn't now be the time on your break to kind of jump at that opportunity?
To evaluate.
The only thing here's the deal. I mean, the only thing I hear here is that the person said that they've been together for 12 years. Correct me if I'm wrong. And
over a decade.
Over a decade. They've been together. And she said after a few months of not seeing eye to eye, we decided to take a break. If I'm with you for over a decade, and only a couple of months is the blemish, y'all didn't need a break. Y'all didn't, you know what I'm saying? I mean, just before you argue, because you got a million arguments in you. Listen, you're a decade of working at a job, and you like, couple of months, we ain't see eye to eye, so I decided to move on. Just look at the balance
it probably took years to get to that point.
But she didn't say that. She said, we had issues for a couple of months, and I dipped and took a break. That means that you jumped the gun. You didn't. You left it hands down. You left it and went after a couple of months.
So stay in an unhappy relationship.
Stay committed to something because everything ain't gonna be great all the time. Every relationship ain't gonna be great and roses every day. You had a couple months of bad and then dipped out. Now you got a whole relationship with somebody else. You might need to be a little bit more loyal to your choice.
I disagree.
Oh, I know you do.
Okay.
I disagree. I think
You like breaking up families. I like keeping them together.
Well, yeah, but they're going to be in an unhappy, loveless relationship. A lot of people stick it out for the kids when really the kids, the best thing for them would be to see mommy happy, to see daddy happy, even if they're not happy together.
In a successful relationship, maybe.
Okay, well then dump this guy that you've been with for a decade and go with the new dude and good luck.
Just know that it's probably a little bit of temporary. And by the way, you always see the best of people when you start dating them. So it could be a facade from both.
Let that man who's new meet you, the 10-year-old you that the other dude knows, and we'll see how much he loves you.
All right, well, keep us updated. I have one for you guys in the room.
What you got?
Listen, Guys, I am 6 months pregnant, caught my husband watching porn. We are both totally against it, or so I thought. When I caught him, he lied about it. He told me it was random, and it was a random link that he clicked on, but he was pretty deep into the video when I saw it. He knows I have a bad past with people doing me wrong. I legit feel like I've been done so dirty. I get it, I'm pregnant, grouchy, and not always in the mood right now, but damn, it has lowered my self-confidence, made me feel inadequate. I don't even know what to do or do it with him. I keep seeing the video in my head on repeat. I don't know if I'm wrong or if I'm taking it too far. It's so annoying.
You're taking it too far.
Way too far.
Somebody watching porn shouldn't be equated to them doing you wrong. There's a separation.
But they're both
there.
against it, and
They're
lied.
not. They're not. He saw how against it you were and was like, yeah, me too.
Terrible, girl.
That's
I'd
right.
never do that.
I would never.
Never.
And just know, this isn't his first time doing it. This is his first time getting caught.
He got a code.
You guys watch porn?
Yeah,
No
absolutely
way.
he does. I know he does. And you know he does. You just didn't like it thrown in your face because you are sensitive right now. Your nerves are frayed. You got a baby and you feeling inadequate. He gets it. And that's probably why he agreed to not partake. Let that man live though. If you
Let it go. Let the whole situation go.
I would say let it go. Don't let this define him because while you're down and out, he's in here trying to, instead of poking on you, he's poking on himself.
Okay, but she says now she's having a hard time getting into the bedroom, getting in the mood, or even being sexual with him now. So how does she move past that?
Because she got to get over it in her head. She's thinking about the porn. She said it.
Yeah.
Keeps playing it in her head.
Mm-hmm.
Get that out of your head. You got enough stuff to worry about. Let that go.
Okay.
Let that go.
All right. That's good.
That's my advice. You want to let it go?
Yeah, let it go.
The guys say let it go.
Yeah.
Let it go, pregnant lady. All right, let's see here. We got a bunch of where was there? There was another one that came in. Oh my God, that was long.
Yeah,
skip that one.
It's very long.
I've been dealing with imposter syndrome. I recently received an amazing job opportunity. As I get deeper into the job, I'm taking over with all of these doubts about myself and convincing myself I'm not good enough. I've been a pretty confident person when it comes to what I do for a living, but this opportunity has really gotten me inside my head. I wake up with a pit in my stomach every day, and I'm constantly convinced everyone's going to realize that I don't belong in this position. How do you overcome that feeling of doubt?
Preparedness is one thing, but first and foremost, I would let you know that a lot of the people that are in these positions of power or that you think have all their stuff together, they're just winging it too.
Fake it till you make it, baby.
We all just trying to figure this thing out. So give yourself a little bit of credit. You do deserve to be in that position that you're in. But then I would tackle like what it is. If you could pinpoint, try at least to figure out what part of this new job gives you the most anxiety. What is it that you're losing sleep over? And then try to research that. Try to be a little bit more up on that specific field. And I think that'll probably go a long way.
If you can do anything, make sure that you use the fear and the inadequacy that you feel. Use that as fuel, because I did that when I moved here and started working at this station, because I was coming from Tallahassee where everything is much smaller and much cheaper. And when I came here, I was like, man, I'm so nervous. But because I was so nervous, I was here on time. Mm-hmm. I stayed late. I asked questions. I did everything I could to try and get in that space of I want to be prepared like these other people. And then when I was sitting around a bunch of successful people, I realized none of those people came into this job very confident either. And so I felt more comfortable with my inadequacy. So, it's something that everybody goes through. You're just watching all of the people shining because they've been there and worked through the rough spaces. Now it's your turn. But don't think that you're not prepared. Think that you have not convinced yourself that you're not prepared.
Yeah.
So I think you got this. So we want to hear all about the success after you figure out that you're killing it. We got a handful of texts that are coming in, 888-429 0941 Therapy Thursday. Dr. Davi, Meredith MD, Orlando BGYN, trying to take care of your queries.
We have a text out the 940 area code. It says, I have quit drinking for a little over a month now. Yay, me.
All right.
And my roommate has kept drinking. I'd wanted to tell her to follow my example and let's grow together. She tells me that I'm feeling all high and mighty because I made a change. Should I just let her be or keep trying to help her change and control her alcoholism? I don't like my 9-year-old being around her drunk self. Not very cute.
You can't force somebody just to quit a habit that they've had for a really long time. You know, you can inspire them. She probably sees you maybe happier and healthier. So keep up with your sobriety and everything that you're doing, because that could have a huge impact on her. You can suggest it, but you can't force it.
You can't. Can sobriety happen halfway in a relationship, though?
But it's not a relationship, though. It's roommate.
I mean, well, I kind of, yeah. It's not a relationship, but I kind of see it as
like a friendship.
It's a cohabitation type thing.
Yeah.
Can you be cohabitating with a person who is on the opposite side of that spectrum?
I think you can, and I think you have to, because how long did it take for you to get to that point where it's like, it was just a month ago that you got to that point? They are not ready to get there yet. They're still enjoying. They haven't had whatever it was that forced you to quit drinking. They haven't had that moment. Maybe they never will. Maybe they're happy with the way that their life is going. You call it alcoholism. Maybe they just say that they enjoy a drink every day,
right?
Or whatever. But yeah, you can't force somebody to be on that path, especially when you just got on the path. I would say worry about you and remain on that straight and narrow. And unless your roommate is putting your 9-year-old in danger, if there's something like that going on, then address the situation. Until then, just remember you were in that same boat 30 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
We have one that goes to the whole room that says, "Hi, freaks. This is for anyone in the room. I am married. I'm in a marriage of over 10 plus years, and I constantly find myself thinking about sleeping with other men.
Oh.
I love my husband. I do, but I feel like I'm losing interest. Our sex is good. That's never a problem, but I still find myself in this fantasizing about other men. Please help me."
Well, I feel like this is like a normal thing, right? You can fantasize about sleeping with other people. Guys do it all the time. They watching porn, somebody hot walking by, they'll check out their body and imagine what it's like to get them in the bedroom.
I really hate that your answer is to the tear down guy.
It's not tearing it down. It just
why
is.
You gotta use us as evidence? Just give her your answer, Doc.
Instead of feeling like this is so weird, maybe you're not in an awkward position. It sounds like it's kind of normal. A little bit. What's not normal is stepping out of your relationship. You have to make the decision. Just because you want to sleep around, do you want to destroy your entire relationship because you want to go, have sex with somebody else? And that's really what it comes down to, the decision. Do you want to blow up your whole life because you want to go sleep around? If you want to, make that decision then.
Is it fair to your partner if you think about these things that get your juices flowing and then your partner gets the benefit? Isn't that really what that is about?
Yeah, people go to strip clubs for that reason.
You think about somebody else or these other fantasy type of situations, and then your husband gets to reap the benefit. That's a win-win, right?
Yeah, I think it's a lot more common than you're given credit for. As long as you don't act on it, I don't think you're doing anything wrong. It's human nature. We like.
Yeah.
Just don't jump on them.
And that's why I said that about the guys. This is very common.
We like, but don't jump on nobody.
Yeah. And I disagree. She does not belong to the streets out the 813.
Yeah, she's just thinking about other people.
Just don't. I mean, if you are a guy and you and your girl have a great session of exchanging fluids or whatever, and then you find out she thought about somebody else beforehand, that doesn't negate the fact that y'all had a great moment. She worked up her appetite with something else.
Well, if he found out, I think it would negate it, because now we didn't have a great moment. You had a great moment.
Yeah.
I just so happened to be there. But as long as he doesn't find out, it's all good.
Yeah, so don't be guilty.
And don't call him by the wrong name.
Right, and don't ever admit it.
Yeah, ever. Don't say it ahead of time.